Let's get my camera right. Oops. nearly, not quite. That's a better angle, isn't it? Get my chair sorted so I can become. And then let's see who is the first one. It's Nathan. Hi, Nathan. Just taking my pills, my back's hurting. I've been doing some washing today, pegging out on the line and that. And now I'm trying to make my bed. Oh, fitted duvet, fitted covers. Be the death of me, yeah. The weather has been gorgeous today. Asked her for a flipping change. Yeah, let's get my camera right. For a change, the weather's been nice. I have been doing washing, which has killed me back because it's not so much the pegging out again, it's remaking the bed. You know, you put the elastic over the mattress like that. You go to the other corner and it's pinged off again. Oh, I'm like, should be like super glue. You can. Hi, Amanda. Super glue. Or you can glue the top bit on while you get the bottom bit on. You put it on about 4 times. Put it on one corner, pings off. Put it on another corner, pings off. I think I've managed to get the mattress cover on. I still haven't got the sheet on yet. Hiya, Chris. Oh, dear. Is it any wonder I hate remaking the bed? It's such a task. I get so knackered when I'm doing it. Oh, dearie me. I need a maid. I need a servant that can do my bed for me. And now I've got my foot stuck in my wool. Oh, I've got my slipper stuck round my wool. I'll be right in a bit. I'll be right in a bit. I'll be right. So how is everybody? Oh, I was cold before, now I'm hot. So I'm rushing about and trying to put the cover on the bed. Yeah, I went in the shed. This was one I was trying to sell. I gave up. I decided I'd wear it. I thought, if it's not going to sell, I might as well wear it. Because it matches my trousers. I've got purple trousers on. And I've got a grey sweater, which I don't like grey, as you know, but it's got purple little beads. And I'm wearing, well, they don't look very purple, actually, do they? But they are purple. They are purple and pink. So I'm going to take my painkillers because my back's killing me. Somebody's sending me a message. I don't know who. I tell everybody I'm doing my live and... Oh, my friend B. She just said she's sold some artwork. I'll just send her a message. She's sold a bit of artwork. She's a bit like me, you know, not been having much luck with selling anything recently. So she sold a piece of artwork. So she's over the moon. Why couldn't you have told me earlier when I wasn't on my live? Oh, excuse me. I hate to. Congratulations. I am on my live tonight. No, she's that excited because she hasn't sold anything for absolutely ages. Like me, she used to sell things online. But like me, she hasn't sold anything for a long, long time. So she's an artiste. I don't think you can see the picture that she painted for me, can you? No, it's behind the... can you see just a bit of it behind the flowers? She does more modern art, yeah. Yeah, so she sold a piece, so she's over the moon. If I sold anything, I'd be over the moon, yeah. I am actually knitting something at the minute, but it's for a friend. I'm doing another of the, I call them honeycomb. Oh, thanks, B. Yeah, I'm so thrilled for you. I was just saying, neither of us has sold anything forever and a day. So it's so exciting when we do. Yeah. I'm not, I'd be in shock. Mind, I've got nothing advertised, so I would be in shock. A lady did ask me actually on my video whether I sold anything. I sold any of my garments, so I'm going to answer her saying, yes, I will if you want something. But not that I want to make it, if you know what I mean. I don't want to make any more stuff really to sell. I just really want to sell what I've already got. I don't want to add to my, I'm doing this because it's for a friend. But apart from that, kind of no. I don't want orders, if you know what I mean. Because my orders, I think I've told you, always tend to be from very large ladies. And, it takes me forever, to knit or crochet or anything for a very big lady. So I'm not being awful to anybody who's, as they describe themselves, fluffy. But I'm just not in the humour for making anything that big at the moment. It's like making 2 blankets and stitching them together. So this friend's only size 8. She's tiny. Tiny, tiny. Yeah, congratulations, B. Whee! Let's hope it's the beginning. It's the beginning. Your luck is changing. I want my luck to change. I was going to go in the shed and look for something. In fact, I did, because I found this, which I was going to try and sell. And then I thought, no, I'm wearing it myself. It's not going to sit in the shed forever with nobody wanting it. I shall wear it because it matches my purple trousers. It's one of the things that are in the shed, actually, that fitted me. Good afternoon, Lydia. Sorry I haven't replied to you. I've been busy all afternoon. She sent me a message, Lydia, earlier on. I've been washing, bedding, and trying to make me bed again. So that's why I haven't answered you as such. I will get round to it, don't worry. Yeah. And the internet went off on me TV last night. Anyway, it's come back on again today. Everything always happens when my son's not around. He's not around to sort me out. Yeah. I thought, oh no. It just said there is a problem. And I thought, oh dear. But whatever the problem was, it must have righted itself because it's back on again. It didn't affect my PC, thank goodness. But it did affect my telly. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to read it yet, Lydia. I will read it. It was an article about Etsy that she sent me. That's one reason why I don't sell anything, is because I've got nothing on my Etsy shop. I'm blowed if I'm letting them make more profit than me. It's just soul destroying when they make more profit. Yeah, they just sold out. They're just all about profit now. They're not. When it first started, Etsy, it was, I don't know whether you were around when it first started. It was all about a platform for crafters. And it was all, oh, it was going to be this and that and the other. And it was. It was brilliant. And then they decided about 3-4 years ago to sell out. And now it's all commercial. And they don't care who puts adverts on. And they take so much commission. It's just got a joke, yeah. They're not interested in the little crafters anymore. Hi, Lizzie. You all ready for your holiday? She's going to Greece. I'm not jealous. No, I'm not jealous that she's going to Greece. No. I am. Really jealous, yeah. Yeah, Etsy was wonderful, you're right, in the good old days. I actually went to a thing they had in Manchester, in the good old days when they cared. And it was very interesting and very whatever. But now they don't give a monkeys. They're just in it for money. And I just keep hoping it'll all crash and burn because people are just getting so fed up of paying their very high fees. You have to put so much money onto your things in order to get any kind of profit. So in that case, you see, you're pricing yourself out of the market because people look at your stuff and think, wow, isn't that expensive? Whereas if you were selling it kind of face to face, it would be a heck of a lot cheaper. But you have to factor in the fact of how much Etsy is going to take off you. Because Etsy's so greedy. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Shed full of stuff, need to get rid of. Answers on a postcard, please. Don't forget, thumbs up. I've only got 7 thumbs up. And there's 32 people in. Come on. Somebody is lacking a thumb. Not naming any names. Yeah, that's probably, when I first started, Nathan. Etsy was really worth having back in the day. It was the platform. But now they've gone too commercial. They don't care who advertises. They don't care whether the stuff comes from China or where it comes from. They don't care anymore. They don't care if it's handmade. They don't care anything anymore. They've just sold themselves out. But they probably sold it for a heck of a profit, so they don't care. They don't care what the new people do. Now it's a commercial venture. It's not what it used to be, sadly, yeah. Yeah, I just hope it crashes and burns, Lydia. I just hope that somebody else starts something else up, that is ethical, let's just say. Ethical, yeah. They made public stock offer about, yeah, Stockholm, they laid a lot of employers. Then all the fees, yeah. They say it's handmade. A lot of it has never seen handmade in its life. I mean, they've been called out from people who've bought things from like B&M and yeah, but Vinted is only second-hand clothing, Nathan. It's not for anybody who crafts. It's not. You can't sell your crafted stuff on there. If they get a sniff of the fact that you are making things, they'll boot you off there. It happened to a couple of my friends. They found out that there's businesses and not just private people, and they just boot them off. Yeah, you might have seen crochet on there, but if they think you are a business, if they find out, they take you off. Yeah, they boot you off. Yeah. Like I said, it's happened to a couple of my friends. I might get away with selling a couple of things on there. To be honest, I don't like Vinted. I've heard so many bad reports about people not getting their stuff and people, you put something up for a £5 and people say, I'll give you £2. I've heard so many bad reports about Vinted. I know a lot of people like it, but my friend sells a lot of stuff on there. But it is all second hand, yeah. They might get away with it, Nathan, but I know I wouldn't. I am always the one who gets copped. Because I wouldn't want to describe my crochet as second-hand, because it's not. So I think I need another platform beside Vinted. I don't want to use Vinted. I mean, a lot of people, they ask for these drop boxes and they ask for people to pick it up. And I don't want people coming to my house, and I don't have anywhere near that's a drop box where you take things in and, Yeah, you might have, Nathan, but you try doing it like I've got so much stuff to sell. Yeah, I'm going to put them on eBay and take my chances. I never sell anything on eBay except wool. And then they want it for rock bottom prices. I never make a profit on anything. But at the moment, I just want to get rid of my stuff. I've just had enough of it. It's just languishing in the shed. So I just want it gone. Hi, Val. How are you? How's Eric? I believe he had another fall. I've never bought anything off Vinted, I must admit. Not bought anything. I've never seen anything I've wanted, to be honest. It's a Marks and Spencer's one, and it was brand new, actually. I got it off eBay, but it was still attached to the card. So it was brand new. Somebody obviously had it given to them as a gift and didn't like it. But I did. I liked it. I've not even been looking at necklaces. I've not even been looking at anything on eBay. Yeah, right, Nathan. Yeah. I know so many people who've got screwed over by Vinted. Not all it's built up to be. If you get what you ordered, you're lucky. You hear about people buying things, and when it comes, it's full of stains and it's got holes in it and stuff. And I mean, I've never been I have been disappointed with eBay, but that's usually because I picked the wrong thing. But I just don't trust Vinted at all. I just don't. I know people do. It's the latest thing. It's sliced bread and all that. How long will it be before somebody tries to start making a profit out of Vinted? Mm-hmm. Oh, God. My ball of wool just crept up my ankle then, and I thought, oh my God, I thought, what is that? Just scared the living daylights out of me. Oh, yeah, there'd be some crochet items really cheap, yeah. Well, let's face it, that's the only way they'll sell. From Fleetwood, oh my God. Weren't mine. Weren't mine. I haven't used Vinted. Were they garments, Nathan? Or were they blankets or baby things or something? I don't know anybody who does garments. I know some people who do baby things, and I know some people who do blankets, but I don't know anybody else who does garments in Fleetwood. I suppose there must be, though. I'd love to know if they made any profit out of it, because I never have. I used to do in the good old days, but not now. Hey, by gum, it's been a nice day today for a change. I've actually got my bedding dry on the line. Well, we haven't got a line, we've got one of them rotary things that you're lucky if anything dries on. I like a washing line, I'm old-fashioned. I like to spread my sheets out, on a washing line, whereas you have to scrunch them up on a whizzy thing. Garments for 12 quid. What they made out of? Barbed wire. I don't know how she does that unless she's trying to get rid of things like I am, yeah. No, I've used James C. Brett before, Lydia, and it doesn't bleed. It doesn't. Most synthetics these days are colour fast. It's the hand-dyed stuff you have to watch. That bleeds everywhere. You knit a pair of socks, you come to wash it and your water's like ink. It's the hand-dyed that bleeds everywhere. They don't set it properly. You're supposed to set it with vinegar and stuff, and a lot of them don't. That's what worries me. Or hand-dyed tends to go paler and paler and paler. What kind of garments, Nathan, for 12 quid? Good grief. Are you sure they're not being bought at Primark and sold on? Are you sure they're hand done? No, I would never. Well, I can't wear wool anyway, but I would never knit myself anything in multicolours with hand-dyed yarn in case it all ran into everything. At least with my navy cardigan, I've used the hand-dyed on that. If it does bleed into anything, it'll all just merge in, won't it? No, I washed me white and purpley colour, whatever I made for myself, and that's been fine. No sign of any bleeding. That used to happen in the old days when it was wool. You had to be so careful when you washed anything. But these days, most things colour fast. Colour fast. Tra-la-la-la-la. Well, Crochet Rocks Tracy, she's gone to Comic-Con. She put some little short videos on of all these people all dressed up. When I lived in Prestwich, the girl down the street used to make all her own costumes and go to this Comic-Con. In fact, when I left, I gave her all my wigs, that I had for the mannequin. I had some lovely wigs as well. Not for me. I mean, we're talking mannequin wigs. We're talking stiff things. You couldn't put them on your own head. They were mannequin wigs. They weren't people wigs. But I gave them to her so that she could dye them and chop them about for her Comic-Con outfits. Yeah, we need some thumbs up. 33 people, and I've got 13 thumbs up. So 20 people don't like me. Is that true? 20 people don't like me, don't give me thumbs up. I should be very upset. It's sad. You watch me and you don't like me. You don't give me a thumbs up. I'm going to cry now. I'm going to sulk. I always do a thumbs up on everybody's videos, unless I really, really dislike them. But I always do a thumbs up when I start watching people's videos because it's important. I've mentioned it before. It's important. I'm not the only one. Sheila mentions it as well, that she needs a thumbs up. I've still only got 14, so there's still 19 people not doing it. Yeah, I'd like to know what garments are for £12, Nathan. Are they beautiful or are they... You couldn't make anything for 12 quid, could you? Honestly, let's just face it. I mean, the wool for this is cost £13. So how can you sell anything for 12? Hmm. Maybe they go to charity shops and get yarn from there, or maybe they get it given them or something. I don't know. I'm the one who gives people things, not the one who gets things given. Never mind. I was watching something else today and it went on to my tarot, because I don't normally always watch a tarot, but you know, when you're watching something and it drifts onto the next YouTube, and it said, Sagittarians are one of the luckiest signs of the zodiac. I thought, well, if I'm one of the luckiest, God help everybody else. Because I don't think I'm the luckiest. Oh, come on. I've only got... Now I've lost people because I said I wanted thumbs up. People have left me. I had 33 people in before, and now I've only got 21. See what happens when I say I want thumbs up? They all go. Obviously, I am not liked today. People are going off me in droves. Maybe I'm not interesting enough. We need a topic of conversation that's interesting. Besides me whinging about Etsy and Vinted, yeah. Still. Hi, Shad. My necklace came from Marks and Spencer's. I'll get hold of the wrong end of it. I always do. It's like 3 flowers on a leather strap. Yeah. It's one of those square things that you sew up the sides to make them into a jacket. You know, you make a great big granny square and you sew it up. I don't know what you call them. Everybody was making them. I made loads of them. I sold most of them when I was selling things, yeah. But this one didn't sell. So I thought, I'll wear it. I may as well wear it. Yeah, it's got, when I stand up, you'll see it's got a big square on the back. A shrug, that's what they call it. Although these young ones call those, you know, those short things like that with sleeves, they call them a shrug. Yeah, I call them like I don't know what I call them, but a shrug to me has got little arms, not long sleeves and no body, yeah? You call them a shrug. Weird. Things change names, don't they? You don't understand, do you? It's growing. It's changing from the green now into the blue. It's a lot darker than I thought it would have been. It looks quite turquoisey in the ball, but it's showing up quite dark. Yeah, it was one of those shaded balls. You know those, what do you call them? Cakes. You know the cakes it was? Well, it was a couple of cakes. I can't remember anything about them, but I bought them obviously at some stage in my life. And I used to buy a lot from, what was she called? Lolly's Little Yarn Shack or Wool Shack. Oh, telling me I'm going to sleep here. I was so sad when she gave up. She was very, very reasonable with her prices. I used to buy a lot from her. So did Shan and everybody that I knew bought from her. But she had a bereavement, I think it was her partner. And I think she lost interest with COVID and that. So she shut the shop down. If that had been me, I'd have carried on online, because I think she did most of her trade online. I tend to go into Naked Sheep now, or go online if I want anything. I could go on the market, but it puts me off when she's got everything piled in a great lump. She knows what everything is, but when I'm looking, I can't see anything. It's just like great pile, great lump. I'm a snob, me. I like everything laid out on shelves and looking pretty. Even my own is all laid out on shelves and looking pretty. Oh, I think she's just taking a while to get ready, get right, Lydia. I think she's wise to just not come back to public scrutiny until she's feeling 100%. You know, it doesn't help when Sparkle and Farkle are prattling about, does it? You know, I mean, it's very stressful, isn't it? You know, being in front of the public if you're not feeling 100%. You know, I think she's wise, really, to, you know, I mean, she may be still going through chemotherapy. We don't know, do we? Oh, the press are too critical. They are. They wanted to spring back out again. And then when she comes out again, if she's not looking tip top, they'll be pulling. Oh, she's looking this. Oh, she's looking awful. You know, can't blame the woman. She's not feeling 100%, you know. You don't want to appear in public looking all wan and pale and not very well, do you? Because the press would only rip into her. The press should mind their own business half of the time. I preferred it when the press weren't so invasive with everybody. You know, at one time you never knew people's private lives. They weren't splattered all over the news, were they? Now you can't do anything, you know. I would imagine so. Thankfully, I have not had to have chemotherapy, but I do know people who have. And it's very draining, yeah. So I don't blame her. She's probably not looking her best. And, you know, they expect her to look $1,000,000, don't they? If she doesn't, they'll just be on her like, I don't know what. It's not so much they like reporting bad news. They sort of over dramatize everything. You know, everything's a drama, isn't it? You know, they don't state a statement, they have to make it over dramatic, or they have to dig up something that isn't true, or, you know, oh, it truly is the gutter press these days. And then they wonder why the papers are not selling. It's, you know, people just, you know, I used to prefer it when it was just the news. You know, I'm old enough to remember when papers just told you the news. They didn't like going to Madonna has been seen shopping in Lidl. You know, you know, it's not, they don't follow people around, and it's like they lie in wait for people, don't they? Or, you know, following them around and stuff. Let people, you know, be. I'm not interested in what people do in their private life. I'm not interested if they've gone in Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Asda, what they're buying, what they've got in their basket. I don't want to know. Leave them alone. Thankfully, nobody follows me about because they get very bored if they did. Janet has been to the cafe today. Janet has been to the library today. How exciting. Janet got wet through. ploughing through the puddles. She got her feet wet and her trouser legs acted like a wick and she was wet up to her knees. I'm sure that wouldn't be very exciting news, would it? Yeah, I don't... Why is there all this fascination about the private life of the royal family? Are we really, really interested? I mean, let's do a poll on here. Are you really, really interested in what Catherine asked for her breakfast? Do you know? Are you really interested? No, neither am I. Let them be. Leave them be. Yeah. Just reading on the news that Nicki Minaj, whoever she is, she called Nicki Minaj, just got arrested for drugs. What a surprise. She's supposed to be appearing in Manchester, but she's stuck in wherever because they've arrested her. Well, what do you expect? You have drugs in your luggage. What do you expect? Sniffer dogs earning the keep. No doubt she'll say somebody's put it there or it's not her luggage. Who, me? No, not me, no. La 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 la. What you're working on today? What you're doing? Oh, I'll tell you what I've got today. You might be interested in that, yes, Val. Oh, where have they gone? You have to excuse me a minute while I get my feet out on the wool. While I go where I'm going to go. Oh, can't do it without taking my wool with me. My feet are in my wool. Oh, 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 oh. Right, Lydia, I'll turn round while I'm here. Look, there you go. It's a big square. You sew it up. Sew it up under the armholes and it makes a very unflattering looking outfit. Now I've got my wool fast in me around my legs. So it's going to take me ages now to unfasten me. I've got slippers on with fur. And every time I move, the fur. Right. For those of you who follow Sheila, yeah, you know she's been making notions pouches. I found these on Amazon. They're canvas, and they've got a little zip. And I got 12 of them for £7.99. That saves having to sew them, doesn't it, Val? Having to sew them and put a zip in. It's already done. So I'm going to crochet some things to fit. I thought it wasn't bad. Works out about 80 pence each, doesn't it? £7.99 they were for 12. No, it works out 66 pence each, I think. Oh, God, it's off. Why did I move? All my wool's fast round my slippers now. Oh, it makes it worse because they didn't have any white chunky. So I have to use 2 balls of double knitting done, doubled up, which makes it doubly difficult because I've got even more balls of wool to tangle with. Yeah, I saw a lovely pattern on... yeah, I can crochet at the moment now, Mimi, yeah. It still hurts. I can't do it. Hi, Ethan. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, Sheila, she makes all hers, doesn't she, and puts the zips in. And I thought, for what, 66 pence? You know, you could still make a bit of a profit, couldn't you? Oh, thank you. Yes, it went a bit pale. It got washed today, so a bit of the yellow came out. Thanks, Julie. It went a bit yellow when I first did it. Still, never mind. No doubt the roots will be awful when they start growing through. I will be, really. I'll be like Lily Savage. Hi, Christine. Yeah, I'll be like Lily Savage with black roots. Still, never mind. Never mind. There's no knit club on Monday. I quite like it now. I've got used to it. It's just got to be the root situation that's going to, drive me mad. I'll have to make a headband, like Lady C. Yeah. Oh, I can't afford to go to the blinking hairdressers. Costs a fortune, doesn't it? I'm not one of the rich pensioners. I don't get the high rate. I get the low rate like Sheila does, yeah. Which miffs me no end that the new pensioners get about £25 a week more than I do. Still, could be worse, I suppose. We have the lowest rate of pensions. Did you miss anything good on Wednesday? What were we talking about? Let me think. What were we talking? Hillary was in full flow, talking about something or other. I can't think what she was talking about. No, she wasn't talking about you. Oh, you're lucky, Julie, yeah. No. I think she was talking about Alice's phone not having any good reception. I think that's what we were discussing. About this new phone that Alice has got that isn't a new phone, that's not working properly. I should say Alice is our lovely lady. She's about 92, I think, that comes to Knit Club. And did Alice come? No, she didn't. No. She couldn't. Nobody could hear her. Her phone was breaking up, and Sue had tried to ring her, and she just gave up in the end. And Hillary had said if she'd have rung her, she would have picked her up. But obviously, her phone's not charging up or something. I don't know. It's supposed to be a new phone. And when it is, she keeps breaking up and nobody can hear what she's saying. So I think most of the conversation centred about Alice and her phone on Wednesday. Yeah, Sandy didn't come. I don't know what. I think she had a cold or what happened, but she didn't come. So there was only 4 of us. Hillary, Sue, me, and Monica. Yeah, there was only 4 of us, yeah. So it was a bit quiet. A bit quiet, yeah. Apart from Hillary, of course. Oh, dear. I think that was the topic of conversation. I can't think we talked about anything else. We obviously did. We couldn't have spent 2 hours talking about Alice, could we? I can't remember. Oh, you were spoken about poor Eric falling over again, yeah. You wondered who Slice was, yeah. No, it's Alice. Alice is 90, she's 92, I think. 92-year-old lady that comes to Knit Club, yeah. She's very with it and got all her marbles, yeah. She's very, very with it, is our Alice, yeah. Hi, Connie. She's a lovely lady. I hope I've got all my marbles when I'm 92. Probably not. I'll probably have lost my marbles way. Yeah, she broke her hip at Christmas. But you wouldn't know. She's practically running. I tell you, if I'd have broke me hip at Christmas, I would have been still there going, oh, hi, Munchkin. I would have been doing the Victorian lady, you know, having the vapours on my sofa. I'd have broke me hip at Christmas. I've got to go in there and tackle the sheets. Oh, those fitted sheets. I've got a fat mattress, very deep mattress. And it just took me half an hour just to get the mattress. I've got a mattress protector. And you put it on one corner and it flirts up, and you try to put it on the other corner and it flirts off that one. Oh, thank you, Helen. You need two people, you know, somebody holding it down at the top while you're holding it down at the bottom. It's a two-person job, I've decided. Changing my bed. It gets me every time. And it ricks me back. I've had to take my painkillers. And I still haven't put the sheet on yet. I've got to do that before I can get in bed. Oh, dear. So when I finish here, you've got to think about me. I can't even go and get in my bed. I'll have to put the sheet on. You feel like throwing it on a big and sleeping in the middle of the lump. Oh, dear. Next time I buy sheets, I'm not buying fitted ones. I'm going to buy ordinary ones that you can tuck in. No, nobody's around. They've gone to a rock concert, taking the doggies. So I'm all alone to be alone. No, the dogs are not here. It's all quiet on the Western Front. That's how come I did the washing, yeah. I thought I'll do all my washing while there's nobody using the washing machine and nobody using the line, because it was a lovely day for drying, which considering the week we've had previously, where it has absolutely, you know, talk about the rain in Spain, falls mainly on the plain. It fell mostly in Fleetwood, yeah. So when I got up this morning and it was a lovely day, I thought, right, bedding off. I don't do my bedding to a timetable. I do my bedding when I get up and I look out. There's nothing on the washing line and it's a nice day. And I think, right, take advantage of it. Wash your bedding. I mean, I've got spares. It doesn't matter if it doesn't dry, if you know what I'm saying. It's not like I've only got one set. But you do like to have it to dry. I don't like it drooping about everywhere. I mean, I'm not using the set that I've washed. I'm using a different set. Although I think it's dry, but I still use the other set. I've got 2 or 3 sets. I think I've got about 4 sets, actually. But I usually mainly use just 2 sets, one on, one off, one off. Yeah, changing the bed. Oh, dear. It's this new mattress I've got. Since I moved here, I bought a new mattress, and it's really, really thick. It's much thicker than my old mattress used to be. I used to struggle a little bit with the other one, but not like this one. Trying to get the sheet on over the corners. I think it was Shan that told me that, you know, they sell bottom sheets like for wider mattresses. But I've got so much bedding already that I don't really feel like investing in some more. You know, I'm a bit frugal that way. If it's good, nothing wrong with it. In fact, I've got 2 sets, I think, that's still in the packages. So, yeah, it's a workout, isn't it, changing the bed these days? Especially when you've got a bad back like me. It's like, oh, do a corner, sit down, do a corner, sit down. So you sit on the bed and then bing, the sheet comes up off the other side. Oh, because I don't have a chair. There's no room in my bedroom for a chair. So I can't like sit down and, you know, for 5 minutes while I ping it on another corner. When others are around, there's usually things in the washing machine, Mimi, or bedding on the line. Yeah. I choose me moments when the washer's free. Yeah. Or when the line's free. They only sell the whole set. No, look on eBay. Well, maybe they don't in America, I don't know. But on eBay, they sell just the sheets. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a new mattress in the old style sheets. You're right there. I never thought, well, when I bought them, I had the other mattress. It's just that I've never used them. They're still in the packages. They're brand new. So I don't really feel like buying more. If I do have to buy more, I will buy deeper sheets instead of having to struggle. When I lived in Prestwich, my niece used to come round most Saturdays. So I used to strip the bed because I can do that bit. And then she used to say, do you want me to put the sheets back on your bed for you? And I used to say, yeah, I could do the duvet cover. Well, how fast I knit? No, I knit a lot slower than I used to, Mimi. So she used to put the sheet on the bed for me. And if I was lucky, she'd put the duvet cover on. I practically have to climb in my duvet. I've done it all these ways they tell you on, you see all these YouTube videos, how to do your duvet cover easier. Fold it this way, fold it that way, do it inside out. I've tried all the ways. And I still finish up practically crawling inside the duvet cover before I can get it on. I knit slower than I used to, Mimi. That's why I can't knit free. I can't knit free. I have to knit. I have to knit with one needle under my arm. I can't do the in over through off business. You know, if I was to knit free, like, you know, the circular needles, that's how I would be knitting. And that is so slow. That is so slow to me. I've always knitted this way. My wool's getting all tangled up now. Look at that yarn bath. Because I'm using 3 different balls of wool. It's getting tangled. I'm spending more time untangling it. It didn't help when I got it bound around my feet, did it? I'll finish this row, then I'll untangle it. I don't think I knit fast. But when I see some people knitting really, really slowly when they're doing on circular needles, they knit so slowly. But yet the continental ladies, they knit faster than me. My friend's mum was Dutch, I think. She could knit like the clappers. She knitted continental. She knitted while I was thinking about it. Oh yeah, it depends how you've learned, doesn't it? I mean, I don't knock people, it's just that I can't knit free. I cannot knit on a circular needle, I can't do it. I knit like, Ephraim knits the same way that I knit. He can't knit on circular needles either. It's just the way you're taught, isn't it? Yeah. No, I've tried circular needles and I just can't do it. It just irritates me. It's so slow to me. Look at this. What you call a tangle. It's like with the way people crochet. Everybody crochets differently. I can only crochet my way, and yet other people do it completely differently to me. Oh, so whichever way is comfortable to you, do it. But it's just, I can't. I can only knit one way. Even when I knit socks, I have to use a knitting belt, so I anchor one of my needles into the belt because I can't knit free. I cannot knit on circular needles to save my soul. If I had to knit on circular needles, I'd just give it up. I'd just do my crocheting instead. Never knit anything. Yeah, people tension differently in crochet. People hold the hooks differently. People, like my friend and Sheila, they hold the wool and the hook in the same hand, whereas I'm a two-handed crocheter. What on earth is this? See what happened when I got it stuck round my feet? It went into a really mess of a knot. Yeah, I can't crochet the same way that Sheila and Derek crochet. I can't do it. As you say, it's the way in fact, I taught myself to crochet. Nobody showed me how to crochet. I did it myself with a book. So I evolved my own style. Nobody kind of showed me which way was right or which way was wrong. And with knitting, my mum showed me. Now, my mum knitted with her needles under the arm. Apparently, it's a northern thing. People down south knit with shorter needles and knit freehand. This is just a mess. Oh, because I got it stuck around my feet when I got up. Perhaps I should try with the white instead. Yeah, it got stuck round my slippers, Nathan, when I stood up. And so it just got stuck everywhere. I was doing all right with it until then. It wasn't getting in a knot till then, till it went round my slippers. That's the trouble when you stand up and you've got furry slippers on. The wool got fast around my fur. Get in there. How on earth did you get like this, Janet? How on earth did you get it in such a mess? As I said, it's because I'm using the white doubled, it's making it worse. Because I've got like 3 balls to untangle rather than just 2. This wouldn't have happened if I'd have wound it. But my winder only does 50 grams. It doesn't like 100-gram balls. It gets so far and then it starts winding it round the spindle. And it's a good brand. It's not one of the cheap Temu things. I bought a decent one. I think it's a Knit Pro or something. I didn't buy one of them nasty things that you get from China. Hi, Sean. I'm in a tangle. Trying to untangle my wool. It got fast round my slippers. Oh, dear. I'll be glad when I've got it right. I don't normally get in such a mess. How on earth did it do this? Yeah. I couldn't buy white chunky, so I had to get white double knit and double it up. So I've got like one extra ball that's getting tangled. Oh, fed up with this. You feel like just cutting it, don't you, and starting again? But I won't. I shall persevere. I have got the patience of a saint. Ha, ha, ha. No, I have not got the patience of a saint. I have got a lot of patience, so surprisingly enough. I'm a very tranquil person. It takes a lot to rile me up. But when I rile up, boy, stand clear. It's like light the touch paper and disappear. Yeah, I'm quite patient, Mimi. I really am. Maybe it was years of being married that taught me to keep my gob shut and be patient. I used to have a temper when I was young, but you soon learnt to shut up. But it wasn't worth the aggro. Hi, Nerdy Stitcher. I'm struggling. I am struggling. Oh, nearly pulled all my knitting off altogether then. How on earth did it get like this? Just from being tangled round my slippers. Yeah, well, I had to serve piddleheads, didn't I, in the job centre for years. You know, when the highest kites most of the time. You went to Joanne Fabrics. Are you a stitcher? Are you a sewer? Or did you go and get wool? Val that comes on here, she's a sewer. Yeah, I'm not. I'm still not even turned up my trouser legs from the last 18 months ago. I feel like finding the iron and getting some of that Wonder Web. Because that's the only way I think they're going to get turned up. There's a sitcom called The Job Centre, yeah. If you remember Bread, he was always going in the job centre. You finished your storeroom. It looked quite nice in your storeroom. Sian was painting a storeroom that she has that goes with her flat. I'm getting there. I'm nearly there. Nearly there. I'm nearly there. I'm getting to the end. When you come to the end of a lollipop, you almost left your water. Do you know, I don't drink enough water. I really don't. I'm terrible. It's a wonder I'm not dehydrated most of the time. Probably am, actually. Nearly there, people. Nearly there. It was actually just one ball of white. You're going out for your birthday dinner? Oh, right, are you inviting us all? Can we all come? Hey, it's all nearly done. It was one ball that was in a knot. It was one ball. You shouldn't have bought a skein. You should have. Oh, you should have. Right, you didn't. There's always tomorrow. You can always go back again, or unless it's a long way away. I've done it. Oh, it's a long walk for everybody here in Colorado. Yeah, I think we'd have a job to get to Colorado from here. Yay! I've got too much yarn, and I've actually said it on a couple of occasions, which, you know, no crafter should ever say you've got too much yarn. But I actually got rid of some of mine. Well, sold it for less than I paid for it, of course. I thought I'd got it sorted, but I haven't. I have not got it sorted. I thought I had, but I've got a little knot. I thought I'd got it sorted. My God, she's got it. Oh, she's got it. My God, she's got it. Cool little needles. They don't all fit in your wall-sized calyx. Now I've got mine in the shed. All in shelves in the shed. I would love to have, you know, secret yarnery. It must be nice to have that kind of layout where everything is lovely and white and beautiful, and she's got it all in colours, and mine doesn't look like that. If you've ever seen the videos of my shed, it doesn't look like that. Not on the floor. It's not loose. It's all in plastic, covered up. But it's not beautifully laid out. I would like a wall, complete wall full of calyx. That would be my aim in life, but they're so expensive to buy, aren't they? I just bought the black plastic shelving. Shelving's not ideal because things fall over the sides. You know, you need end stops. Yeah, I've got fabric. I don't think you can see them behind me here. I don't think you can see them, can you? No, where are we going? No, wrong way. No, you can't see them. They're there behind me. I've got calyx things in. They haven't got wool in them. They've got other things, you know, general stuff. Not got wool in. The wool's all in the shed. The dogs now leave my wool alone. There's a very famous video on my son's Instagram of Rosie galloping around the garden, dragging my wool behind her. Sounded like somebody was upstairs then, but there can't be. Everywhere's locked up, so nobody can be in. I always lock myself in when I'm on my own. Well, I didn't this afternoon because I was out in the garden, but my son bought those. It is awful. That's going down the drain. It's, oh! You watch a live stream. Whenever I did my live, my videos when I was on my scooter, when I was in in Prestwich, people used to be going, "Oh, you're on the wrong side of the road." That lemonade thing, that is awful. I think he bought it because maybe they didn't have any orange. I normally have low-cal orange, and he bought that instead. I'm like, oh, God, no. I had to go to the shop today and get some orange. But for now, I've got Jack Daniels and cola, although there's not much Jack Daniels in it. 5% volume. Oh, that was sour, that. It's like bitter lemon. It's not like lemonade. It's just like bitter lemon, and it's horrible. You know, when you suck a lemon and your mouth goes, oh, that's what that's like. That's going down the drain. That is not for public consumption. It's not at all. Right, cheers. I've got me. You're making a snarky remark about your drinking. Ugh. What? It's alcohol free? You always get somebody. I would have said, mind your own beeswax. Yes. That's what my friend used to always say instead of saying business. She always says, mind your own beeswax. I have got the Co-op ready salted potato sticks. You don't like Sprite. I don't like this. I opened it because there was only that in the fridge, and I thought, well, I was thirsty, so I opened it. Oh, got my scooter out and went to the shop. I thought, I can't be coping with that. I think they must have bought me 6. There's 5 in there. They've got to stay in there as well. You've got a Ribena. I always get confused with Asian. To me, Asian is usually sort of Indian, Pakistani, but to a lot of people, Asian is Chinese or Japanese. So I get confused when people say Asian. I don't know what they mean. I can't pedal about because of my knees. Yeah, to me, that's Asian. Asian. Well, we used to say Asian when we meant Pakistani at first. So it's now evolved into Chinese, Korean, Thai, Japanese, hasn't it? Yeah, I get mixed up. These days, you're frightened of saying anything in case people think you're being racist. You're frightened of saying a word, aren't you? Why have I got a message? PJA Tour winner Grayson Murray dies aged 30. Who's that? I don't know. Don't know who he is. What's PJA? PGA? Oh, a golfer. Just got to say half the things that come up on here. I haven't got a clue. Haven't got a clue. I haven't seen that other Grayson for a bit. Grayson Perry. I like him. I think he's great. His art is really, really. He used to have a TV program. I wish he'd come back. Yeah, I used to love his. No, not Larry Grayson. Grayson Perry. He's sort of like a weird kind of artist. He does painting, he does sculptures, but he used to do a TV program where he invited people to send things in, you know, and he showed them on the television things that they brought in. That sounds absolutely vile, nerdy stitcher, if you don't mind me saying so. Yeah, we don't have half and half here, I don't think. Anybody English, British, that says does half and half? Oh God, Shan, I don't even want to know about politics anymore. I'm old enough to know how many times we've changed from one party to another party to another party. And I'm old enough to know it makes no difference. Hi, Joe. I've heard of half and half, but I don't think we have it in. I don't think we have it in England. Do we have half and half in Britain, England? Oh, I don't make. We've got a coffee maker here, but I never use it. Yeah, that's what I would have thought, Sean. I've never heard of half milk, half cream. If you're going to have cream, just have cream and have done with it. Oh, we've got one of them expensive machines. It's finished up in the kitchen, in the cupboard. Yeah, we've got that oat milk and rice milk and all that other rubbish. They buy me non-dairy milk, but I'm not convinced that that's what's causing my IBS. My mum was the best cocoa maker ever, and I have never been able to make it like my mum. My mum made brilliant cocoa. I used to try to make it like her, but it never worked. And even hot chocolate doesn't taste like it used to. All this instant stuff, all it does is make a horrible sticky mess around the cup. Yeah, raw milk's supposed to be good. I've got Dairy Crunch, if you're wondering what I've got. Nestle's Crunch, £1.25. I went to a different shop today. They had loads and loads of chocky, which I was like, oh boy. I've not been in it before. It's actually like a bit of a, well, we call them an off licence. Not a pub. But in actual fact, it was more like a, yeah, it used to be £1, didn't it? It's £1.25 now. I've not been in that shop since it changed hands. It used to be Bargain Booze. But a Sikh bought it and changed it all. It was certainly busy. There was loads of people in there. You kind of couldn't go in to get your groceries. It's not that kind of a shop. It's more, oh, thank you. I need all the help I can get. They'll just go up by one man. I get very slightly jealous when I see people who say, I've made my so many K subscribers. And I'm like, I've got one more. I get excited when I get one more. I don't get thousands, I get one more. And I'm like, wow, I've got a new subscriber. I'm easy pleased. I'll never be one of the big guys. I'll never make my fortune. Sagittarius, one of the lucky signs. I think I must have been born in the wrong month. It'll be there ready for winter. Well, look at me knitting this chunky jumper for a friend. She does have rain also. I was so cold yesterday. I feel cold when it rains. I don't know why. But this is a very cold house. I tend to use one particular scarf that I get. It was quite nice when I last looked out. I mean, I've got the curtains shut now. Oh, I'm glad I wasn't on my own then, Val. I was so cold yesterday. I didn't leave it on long, just to warm the house through. I've never been diagnosed with my fibromyalgia. They were doing the tests and that for me when COVID hit. So I never got tested. So I might have fibromyalgia. I might not. Bye now, this stitcher. I think my niece is in London. Well, one of my nieces lives in London. I think the other one. Things I say make me think I have what? Or fibromyalgia, yeah. I don't know, you see, it's never been, because it's not been diagnosed, I won't say I've got it. I might have it. I do have flare-ups, but then again, it could be arthritis flare-ups. So, you know, I don't like sticking labels on myself when I've not been officially diagnosed, if you know what I mean. A lot of people self-diagnose, don't they? They say, oh, I've got this, I've got that, I've got the other. And you know very well they've never been medically diagnosed. So until somebody tells me I've got it, I'll just say, might have it, might not. Oh, I get that. But I just thought it was my arthritis flaring up. I sort of lie in bed some mornings, and when you know it's where my bedroom is, I can't hear the rain. Can't see the rain. Can't hear the rain. I know it's raining. I lie in bed and everything hurts. Everything aches. My hips ache, my knees ache, my elbows, my wrists. And I think, it's raining. And I'm usually right. I usually get up, look out the window and think, yeah, it's raining. So I don't know whether that's fibromyalgia or whether that is just arthritis. Yeah. Yeah, you see, I don't really get the chronic fatigue. I get tired, but I don't say it's chronic. So I can't really say that. Maybe then I don't have it then. Oh, no. Here, we never know what it's going to be like. One day it's absolutely pelting it down with rain. And the next day it's sunny. You cannot guarantee. You couldn't put your clothes out the night before, think, right, I'm going to wear that tomorrow. You have to sort of wait until you get up and you look outside to see if it's a sweater day or if it's a dress day, yeah? It's that I don't like. Because this is how you feel cold or you feel miserable, is because you don't know what the weather's going to do. No, I don't exhibit fatigue. I get tired, which is not the same thing. Mm. No, I get the pain. I get the flare up in the joints, but then that could be arthritis. And one day I'm like, oh my God, it's so painful, it's so painful. And then I get up the following morning and I'm fine. Well, as fine as I ever am. All I know is when I'm lucky enough to go abroad, which isn't very often and hasn't been for many, many years, I'm absolutely fine. Yeah, it's miserable when everything hurts, doesn't it? Thankfully, it's not every single day. I'm always thankful for that. I know some people are in pain every single day. I am. When I say I'm not in pain, there's what I call levels of pain. There's the pain I'm used to, the pain I get all the time. That's just pain. But then there's pain that you get on certain days and you think, oh boy, that is a painful day. Hi, Jill. We've got a hot tub, but I never go in it. I'm scared of falling in it. I get on the side of it and I'm like that, trying to find the bottom with my foot. I know it's there, the bottom, but I have to take a leap of faith and And I was frightened of going head first, cracking my head and knocking myself out and drowning or something. So I've only been in it about 3 times, I think. Are you keeping an eye on your storms? Oh, we've had terrible wind and rain and oh dear. And then it went. Thankfully, we don't get tornadoes, thankfully. We get high wind, but not tornado. I would hate to live where there's tornadoes. That would scare the living daylights out of me because I don't like the wind noise. You know, that woo, woo, woo it makes. Oh, I don't like that. That scares me more than anything. Yeah, one minute they're telling us we're having a heat wave, and then the next minute they're telling us it's going to be -3 in June. You know, I wish they'd make their mind up. Hi, Jane. You can't trust the weatherman anymore because they all keep getting it wrong, don't they? I haven't even got my summer dresses out yet. They're still packed away. I haven't got room in my wardrobe for both sets of, clothes, winter clothes, summer clothes. I haven't got room in the wardrobe for both. So I pack away my summer clothes. And they're still packed away. I've still got the winter dresses out. And the winter skirts and trousers. I've got like the cotton trousers, and the cotton skirts and the cotton dresses. They're all packed away. When I lived in Prestwich, I had bigger wardrobes. So I used to have like a summer wardrobe and a winter wardrobe. But here, I've only got one wardrobe, so I've got to choose what I put in it. So when it's a nice hot day and I think, oh, shall I get my summer dresses out? And just while I'm thinking about it, the next day it's raining, so yeah. Well, I was in this, like a cotton long sleeve t-shirt, but I was cold, so I had to put this on. Oh, I can't find anything in our charity shops. I found a dress the other day, and I thought, oh, that's quite nice. My kind of dress, black with little daisies all over it. £8.99. It wasn't even a brand. I thought, no, I don't like it that much. I could have bought something off eBay for cheaper. I'm not paying £8.99 for an unbranded dress. They're just getting ridiculous prices, the charity shops. I follow a lady called Crafty Nana, and she buys things like she's out in Malaysia, and she buys things for like 10 ringgits, which is about £1 something. She said to me, I wish you were near her, I would send you something, but it would cost so much in the postage from Malaysia. But she gets some fantastic bargains, some gorgeous clothes she gets. There's nothing round here that's full length. And I found this dress that was maxi length, and I thought, oh, £8.99. I thought, no. No, thank you, I'll go on eBay. I've got too many dresses anyway. I shouldn't be buying anything. But, we all like something new, don't we? There's always that, well, I'm fed up with what I've got. I should sort it. I need to sort my wardrobe out as well. I've got quite a lot of things that are way too big now. But I keep thinking, well, you might put weight on. I've done that before, got rid of things that are too big or too small or something, and then wished I never had, because then you alter your size, don't you? You think, I could be wearing that. When I put weight on, I got rid of so much stuff that was too small for me. And now I wish I had it back again because I could be wearing it, yeah. I'll just put a belt around it. There's a lot of my cardigans that are way too big for me now. I look like I'm wearing somebody else's clothes. I've gone off the big and baggy. I've gone on to the more fitted things. I've just finished another one, actually. It's just drying at the minute. A pink one. Oh, wow, you've got a new doctor. Oh, I can't wear socks because of the neuropathy. They make my feet hurt. I do wear them in bed sometimes. I got some beautiful ones that are like fluffy lined that I got from Moonbeams and Mayhem. They look as though they've been hand knitted by someone, but they've got like a fleecy lining inside, and I love them in the winter. I wear them in bed. They're like house slippers, house socks. We were talking about this the other week, though. I don't like the elastic in the top that cuts into your ankle. You should knit yourself some bed socks, Sean. Knit yourself some, well, crochet yourself some bed socks, or knit yourself some. You could knit some in that eyelash yarn, couldn't you? You could have fancy eyelash slippers. That'd be an idea. I've got some eyelash in the shed. Maybe I could make myself some eyelash slippers. Oh, I wish I stayed the same size. I fluctuate. I know it's the damp climate. Everything feels damp in my bedroom. And it's not damp in my bedroom, but it just feels damp. I think my son says it's not damp, it just feels cold. But I pick up something, like if I take a nightdress out of the drawer, a clean nightdress, it just feels damp to me. If I remember, I take it out, in the daytime and leave it spread out on the bed. Because it just feels damp if I take it straight out of the drawer and put it on. Everything feels damp to me. I like things to be warm when I put them on. In the old days when you used to have the airing cupboard and you used to put things on the tank. You used to put your pyjamas on the tank before you put them on. Nice and warm. Or hang them in front of the fire, yeah. You only weighed £8.13. Our Ian was £9.3. That's why he's a big boy. But they put £8.3 on his paperwork. And yet when I went to the clinic when he was 10 days old, he was £11.13. And they said, how can he have gone from £8.3 to £11.13 in 3 weeks? I said, because he was £9.3. They put the wrong amount on. They put £8.3 on his paperwork. Yet they told me £9.3. I'm sure the child didn't put £3 on in 3 weeks. It's muggy and hot. I always wish the hot. It's not been too bad here today. You've got the air conditioning on. Blimey. That's one thing I've never found the need of. I actually bought a fan, like a floor fan, when I moved here. And I must have been like the kiss of death for it, because when I bought it, I've never had to use it since then. It was really, really hot for 1 week, I think, when we first moved here. And I thought, oh, I can't stand this. I need the fan. When I lived in Prestwich, I had ceiling fans in all of the rooms, and I needed them. But I can't say I've ever needed them here. They were great big wooden ones, and everybody kept saying, "Oh, Casablanca," when they came in my house. 99 and thunderstorms. Oh, I don't like thunder. Don't like thunderstorms. My dad tried everything possible to get me to not be scared of them when I was a kiddie. You know, telling me it was God banging the clouds together and stuff, but no, he never succeeded in getting me not to be not scared. I'm one of those that's practically, you know, under the bed when it claps of thunder. I don't like it. Ever since he struck me telly about 4 years ago, the house got struck. It knocked me telly. Come down the aerial. I'd unplugged the telly, but I didn't unplug the aerial. And it came down the aerial and burnt out my telly. And everybody kept saying, oh, it can't have done that, can't have done that. But it did about 3 houses on my street. It was so scary. It was really overhead. I've never been so scared. No, I don't love it, no. My dad used to sit me on the stairs when we had a 2 up, 2 down, and the stairs were right next to the back door. And he'd open the back door. Why is it about old people that open the front and the back door when it's storming and that? Unplug everything. And they open the front and the back door. My mum used to do that. She used to open the front door, open the back door. And my dad used to sit me on the stairs. Well, I'm working on that pattern again for my friend. Luckily, she's only tiny, so I don't have much to knit. And he used to sit there talking to me, telling me, watching the rain and everything, and I was scared to death. He never did cure me of not being scared of the thunder. You're on the front panel. This is the back, yeah. It looks very turquoise in the ball, but it's been very dark green at the bottom. It's working its way up to the turquoise now. Your nan used to cover the mirrors. No, my mum always open the front door, open the back door, take the plugs out the telly and the aerial out the telly, which I didn't do. That's how come my telly got struck by lightning. Yeah. So your colours, it's James C. Brett. I think I'm working my way to the blue. Oh, Jane, I cannot do blankets to save me soul. I might do granny square blankets, but I can't do. I can do baby blankets. And I've done a lap blanket once in yellow. Yeah, James C. Brett Marble Chunky. I love working with it. I've got I used to have a long jacket actually in it. I haven't got it anymore. It does tend to fluff up a little bit. That's the only trouble. It does if you put it in the washing machine, which I tend to do. I've got a lovely blue jacket. I might repeat it. I've actually got some blue in the shed. And I love this blue jacket, but it's gone a bit fluffy now. I never know what to do with my sweaters that have gone all fluffy. I think, do I take them to the charity shop? Who wants a fluffy cardigan? You don't know what to do with them, do you? Well, I don't. I mean, they're not good enough to give away, really. They're past their best. Well, they are to me anyway. I've got a couple of cardigans that are way too big. And I've got another one I made last year and I hate it. Everybody thought it was nice and it was really dull and dismal. Ugh. And I looked at it, I thought, you are not going to wear that. You're not going to wear it. I need to take the collar off actually and put it back on again because it's not on right. It's a bit lopsided. We don't have any yarn that says anti-pilling. I know you do in America because I've watched people showing me, things saying, oh, it's anti-pilling. And I'm like, we don't have anything, I don't think, that says anti-pilling. Somebody in the UK, correct me if I'm wrong. Do we have anything that says anti-pilling? The washing machine ruins everything. And yet I'm past the stage where I used to wash things in the sink. I used to do all my washing in the sink at one time. But we used to have a big sink, like the sinks used to be properly, now they're like too small. Yeah, cotton does keep its, I don't know about keeping its shape. It depends how firm you knit it, doesn't it, with cotton? If you don't knit it firm enough, it plunges downwards, doesn't it? My things always fluff up. I think I buy and blame in the washing machine. My blue James C. Brett cardigan that I love is gone all fluffy. I don't know what to do with them. What do you do with them? Do you give them to the charity shop and hope that they might sell them or what? When they go past their best, what do you do with them? Because I never see anything in charity shops that's like hand knitted. Do they just throw them in the rag bin or what do they do? I've never seen any anti-pilling. I can't say I've ever looked for anti-pilling, but I've never seen it. I'm sure I would have noticed. Yeah, I'm going to do some little bags next. I think if you just come on, I just said Sheila's been making like little notions pouches and she lines them with fabric and puts zips in. I found these on Amazon. I mean, they're not that well done inside. They've got raw edges, but they were £7.99 and I got 12 of them. So I'm going to, they're not quite as big as Sheila's. Sheila's is quite longer. But I thought they're quite all right for a notions pouch, aren't they? So I'm going to try having a go at making something. See what they look like. Seeing as I've got 12 of them. I found a nice pattern on YouTube. It was actually like for a little handbaggy thing, little crossbody bag. But she'd use these canvas things, but she was in America and she managed to get them bigger. So the actual pattern is for a slightly bigger sized. So I don't know how I'll have to, maybe if I use a smaller hook or something, maybe I'll be able to use it. It was very pretty. I might have a try because I like to have some knitting and some crocheting on the go. And I've just finished crocheting a cardigan for myself in pink. Pink to make the boys weak. Yeah, I've just made it in. That's what I've got left over. Oh, it looks very orange there, doesn't it? It's actually pink. Yeah, I'm going to have a go. See if I can get it small enough. Because it should be 9 by 6 according to the pattern. But mine are only 8 and something by 4 and something. So it's not so much the width. It's just a bit short in the width, but it's not as deep. But the one she's made is more of a handbag rather than a, like a crossbody little handbag, rather than an ocean's pouch like Sheila's been making. But I might have a go. It's done in stripes in different colours. It looks quite pretty. So I might have a go. Might do for little gifts, on Christmas or something. For putting your stitch markers in and your stitch holders and things. You never know, I might have a giveaway. Woo! I don't like giveaways because the people who win, I've never even heard of them. There are always people who just join your channel just to have a giveaway. My friend used to cheat. She used to look at the names, and if she didn't know them, they didn't go in the draw, which I think is a better idea. The last time I did a giveaway, nobody that I'd heard of won, and they were all in the US. So it cost me an absolute bomb with the postage, and I thought, I'm not doing that again. Not doing that again. If they're not a subscriber and I don't recognise them, they ain't going in the draw. Yeah, my friend said that. She said you should have cheated. She said you don't put them in. If you don't recognise them, you don't know the name, don't put them in. She said at least the people who are your faithful few, the ones that the ones who comment and have been with you for years, at least they've got a chance of winning then. As I say, I didn't recognise anybody that won. And I thought, And you can tell because your subscribers go up by about 40. And then the minute you finish the giveaway, they go down again. So you know that people just join just for the giveaway. And I'm like, no. I can understand why people don't even say, why they don't even say they're doing a giveaway. I could understand it because people just join for the giveaway. I remember reading somewhere, I don't know who did the giveaway, whether it was Z or somebody. And one lady actually won twice. She won on one giveaway and she won on another. And somebody had a right go. It's not fair. She's won twice, blah, blah, blah. But they were using one of those number generators, that pick. And she was doing it on screen. So she wasn't even, she wasn't cheating in any shape or form. And yet this woman had a right go at her. It's not fair. It's not fair. She won last time. And that's the luck of the draw, isn't it? If you use one of those number generators. It costs me about £30 to send anything to the US. Doesn't matter how small it is. This is the trouble, you see. It's not so much the value of what you're actually giving away, is the fact that if it's in, and I feel mean saying, if I'm doing a giveaway, it's only for people in the UK. Because you think that's discriminating against all your faithful people who've been with you through thick and thin that live in America, yeah. Yeah, I posted something the other week, well, not the other week, a few weeks back, and it wasn't that heavy. And it cost me £27 something to send it to the US. I thought, blood and sand. But the postage in the UK to the UK is really ridiculous now. They want you to use that Every or them postal drop things or all that other stuff, and I don't want people coming to the house picking up parcels because it means you've got to be in. You've got to be around when they come, and I'm in and out all the time. I'm not stopping in just for a parcel to be picked up. I mean, when I lived in Prestwich, the guy from, well, it wasn't Every, it was Hermes back in the day. And I used to put things in my porch, and if I wasn't in, he would just pick them up. But of course, we don't have a porch here, so I can't even get the post. It was so handy. The postman used to put parcels in, and the porch, it had brick sides, so it wasn't visible from the outside. Yeah. So if I wasn't in, he would, I had him trained. All the parcel men and that used to leave everything. The Amazon man and everything used to leave things in the porch. But here, you'd have to be in, to get the everyman to pick it up. And I think, no, I can't be bothered. It's post or nothing. Then I can just go to the post office when it's convenient to me. It's like this Vinted when they want you to use these drop boxes and stuff. The drop boxes are nowhere near me. They're on the other side of Fieldwood. And I think to myself, I'm not trailing all the way up there to put it in a drop box. We're lucky here, really. Our door is on the side, so it isn't visible. I mean, there's normally somebody in. I always make sure I'm in when Amazon is coming, because they tell you when they're coming. So it's very, very rare that they leave it on the doorstep, because there's normally somebody in. But Every or people like that, they just come whenever they feel like it. So they don't give you a time or anything. So you have to be in. So I thought, I'm not being in while they pick up a parcel. So that's why I won't have them. That's why I won't use it, to pick up anything. I'm sure that eBay must have a commission with Every, because that's the way it goes to Every automatically, and you have to change it to be in the post office. You have to change it. It might be a bit cheaper for Every, but I'm not having them come and calling. If they'd give you a time, it would be fine. But I go to knit clubs and places like that. I can't be in all the time. And then they have shops, don't they, that take the parcels in. But again, they're nowhere near here. They're always all in Fleetwood. And I'm not trailing all the way up to Fleetwood just to leave things in a shop. It's different if you've got transport, but when you don't have transport, you have to take it all the way up to Fleetwood in the rain. It ain't funny. I mean, my friend, she uses a shop thing to hand things in, but then she lives in the centre where the shops are. So she's only got to go around the corner. There's the shop. I said to her, yeah, it's all very well that, but I can't do that. I'm not trailing all the way 40 minutes up the seafront in the rain just to drop a parcel off. It's gone into a knot again, girls and boys. It's all because I'm using double yarn. If I didn't have to use double yarn, I would be a lot better. Righty-ho, Jane. We shall see you in a little while. Here we go again. Unraveling all again. Oh, that sounds too logical. Well, it doesn't happen when I'm sitting, when I'm watching what I'm doing, but obviously I'm not watching what I'm doing, am I? I used to have a table when I lived on my own, and I always had my wool on the table. And then I knew where my wool was. When I used to knit things with many, many colours. But here I haven't got a table. Oh, oh, how annoying. There's only one of the balls that's tangled. The other one hasn't. And I don't know why. One ball tangles and the other one doesn't. Where's it gone? Oh, it's over there. Oh, how's Eric, Val? I believe he had another fall. When I say you weren't being talked about at Knit Club, you were. They were just saying that Eric had fallen again. My friend's like Eric. She can't stand on 2 feet either. We've actually persuaded her to get a wheeler for using in the house. Yeah. You'll have to get him a wheeler. He's got one, hasn't he, though? Yeah. Yeah, my friend, we've just persuaded her to get a wheeler because she's always on the blooming floor. She said, I'm too young for a wheeler. I said, no, you're not. I said, if you keep falling over, you're not too young for a wheeler. I had one when I was in my 50s. If you need one, you need one. That's the end of it. What they say? Pride comes before a fall, don't they? I thought I was way too young, yeah. You thought you'd lost your mind? Why, what did you do, Jill? I know I've lost mine, but I'm a lot older than you. Oh, Janet, what are you doing? Well, I've lost mine in a minute. If I don't sort this ball of wool out. Why is it only one ball that's got tangled? You were looking for what But then you realised he'd gone out, or he wasn't there. So where was he in the end? Had he gone somewhere and you'd forgotten? Oh, you can't work. Had he forgotten what day it was? It was one of his work days and he thought it was a day off. When I worked at the job centre, I got up one day, got myself ready and went to work. I thought, it's funny, there's nobody here. And it was a Saturday and we didn't open on a Saturday. I'd completely lost track of the days. I even opened the car park because I don't, it was locked up. I thought, it's weird, there's nobody here. And it was a Saturday. And what was worse was it was on camera. When I went in on the Monday, they said, why did you come in on Saturday? We saw your car go in the car park on the camera. I said, because I thought it was Friday. As if I wanted to do an extra day at the job centre. I couldn't have got in anyway because I didn't have the main key. There was only certain people who had the main key. It was a keypad to get in, but it was also locked with a key. So you had to wait while the... Yeah, my dad had Alzheimer's. I wonder if it's hereditary. Oh. It is a worry, though. When you get older, it is a worry. When you forget something and you think, is this the beginning? Is this the start of anything? Or is it just, I've just forgotten, I forget certain things, yeah. I've decided I'm not going to worry. Unless it gets a problem, I'm not going to worry if I forget certain things. Like I never remember birthdays, which I always used to remember. And I forget people's names, which I always used to remember, yeah. It's on the tip of my tongue, like, but you forgot. And it can be people that you know well. And then you don't think about it. I just think, I'm not going to think about it anymore. It'll come to me. And usually it does come to me eventually. I think that's what they're called. I mean, I've been going to the library now for I don't know how long. And yet there's 2 or 3 people there that I just cannot remember what they're called. Can I count backward in sevens from 100? No. But I never could. I did pass my Alzheimer test, but it was a while ago. Oh, I remember losing things. I don't remember where I put things, but yeah. I think we're all guilty of that safe place. You think, put that in a safe place. And then you cannot remember where the safe place was. But that is not new. That is not dementia. That is just, I've always been like that. Or you find you've put your purse in the freezer, you know. And the frozen peas are in the cupboard, you know. What I mean? What on earth have I got up my sleeve? Got a piece of something up my sleeve. No, I did pass my Alzheimer's test when I said to him one time, the doctor ages ago said, keep forgetting things. He said it's quite normal when you get older that you forget things. My friend says our brains are full, that we can't retain any new information because the brains are full, because we've got so much trivia. I remember trivia. I'm a bit like Michael Caine. I remember something really trivial from way back. But I'll forget somebody's birthday. But yeah, I can quote you some bit of rubbish from years ago that you remember. Like I can remember my school days, but I can't remember what all those people are called. I remember things that happened. I remember people. And yet you asked me what they were called and I can't remember. And yet sometimes the name will pop in my head. And I think, oh, wonder where she is these days. But of course you can't find them anymore because they've all got married, haven't they? And you don't know their married name. Oh, words, yeah, everything's a thingamajig to me. The other week I was trying to tell my son that it was in the garage. And I couldn't get the word out. And I kept saying, the up and down thing. And he kept saying, what do you mean? The up and down. And I meant the up and down door. I couldn't say the word for the garage. I'd forgotten it. And eventually he said, do you mean the garage, Mum? I'm like, yeah, that's where it is. It's in the garage. And I was telling him the up and down thing because we've got an electric door that opens on the garage. I've got to do 20 inches yet. Got a bit to go yet. I've probably done about 12 or 14. Yeah, we all used to do that with our kids, didn't we? There's a big train, it's going into the tunnel. I never really had to do that with my son. He was never a pick. Well, he would only eat what he wanted to eat, but he was very independent from a very small age. It was always me do, and he would not let me feed him. Of course, he'd make a pig's ear. There'd be food everywhere. But he was always me do. He had to give him the spoon, and he had to do it himself. God, we had food everywhere. I used to have to put him on a great big plastic tablecloth underneath his high chair. Otherwise, the floor would be wearing his dinner. But he was fiercely independent. He would never let me feed him. It was always me do. He was the same when I was cooking or doing anything. He would pull his chair up and he would get between me and the countertop. Me help, me do. Oh dear. Obviously, I couldn't let him do that when I was cooking anything hot, you know. If I was baking or anything, he was always there, his hands and everything. He used to have to scrub his hands because, you know what kids are like. I thought, I don't want him in my cake here. Yeah, I'm getting to the stage where I've got no teeth. Not quite got to the nappy stage yet, but that's diapers if you're in America. Not got to that stage yet, but I've got to the no teeth bit. The only reason he got no teeth is the dentists are so expensive. No such thing as an NHS dentist these days. Oh, I've actually got to the blue bit now. Got to the blue. Started off as dark green. It's gone to the dark blue. Now it's going to the light blue. The girl I'm knitting this for has got 21-inch arms. Got long, long arms. I've got short arms. I'm like me dad. My dad used to have all his shirt sleeves shortened. Because he was quite stocky, so by the time he got the neck size right, you know, and his chest right, they were always about 6 inches too long in the sleeve. When we didn't have money, he used to have to wear those elasticated armbands, you know, to pull his sleeves up. But when we got a bit of money, he used to take them to the tailors and have them shortened. And then he found a shirt maker, and he used to have them made. His dress shirts, he used to have his dress shirts made for him. Not his ordinary everyday, his dress shirts. He had them made to measure. Sounds very posh, doesn't it? But they were nice shirts, and they fitted him. I remember when he passed away, we took his stuff like to the charity shop, and I'm thinking, anybody who buys them would have to have very short arms. When my niece's his son was born, they worried about him. They actually wondered, you know, if he had the dwarfism, because he had very short legs and very short arms. But they tested his genes and he didn't. And I said, well, it must be just taken after my dad. Anyway, he's grown. He's grown now, so he's fine now. But at first, when he was little, we used to think he's got very short arms, very short legs. But he's fine now. He's kind of, his legs have caught up with him, if you know what I mean. Yeah, she's got a 21-inch underarm. So it's going to take me a long time to make the sleeves. She's 20 inches back length for this, so I've got to measure how much I've done. Yeah, I need to start some crochet. I'll probably crochet those little bags. I like to have some knitting on the go and some crochet on the go, because it's like different muscles, isn't it, that you use. You know, when my arms get tired of knitting, I then swap to crochet. How much have I done? I've done 15. You've got 3 more. What, 3 more sweaters to make? I can't take orders anymore. I can't, you know, say when I can do them. I just said I'd do this for this friend. I don't like the pressure anymore, you know, when people want you to do things for a certain... They ask you, can you do something? And after a week, they're saying, is it finished yet? Is it finished yet? I think, bloody heck, you know, I think I'm a machine. I get stressed if I get like orders and they have to be completed in a certain length of time, and you know, people are asking me, are they finished yet? Are they finished yet? I can't cope with it. Oh, your paw hats, you're still making the paw hats. I thought you might have stopped with that, with it being summer. Well, I've got lots of hats and scarves and cowls and things in the shed. I would be excited if I could make some money as well, Jill. Well, my friend's just texted me before. She's an artist, like, and she's just sold a painting. First one in absolutely ages, so she's over the moon. Because she hasn't sold any of her paintings for such a long time. It's like very kind of demoralizing when you don't sell anything, because you start questioning yourself. You know, you start thinking, is everything I make really terrible? You know, that nobody wants it. Or the shoebox hats, yeah, I gave them to them. I gave them about 20 hats. They've gone to whoever. They've gone to whoever was collecting them. I gave them to one woman. She goes, oh, I don't know where I'm going to put them. There's no room in the cupboard. But so I'm not taking them home again. Anyway, one of the other ladies, she took them home until, you know, they got picked up by the other lady who was collecting them. But the other lady, she's like, well, and I thought, well, you live on your own. You've got loads of room. It's not like she, you know, I was asking her, it was only a bag of hats. It wasn't like I was asking her to store a sideboard. But she obviously didn't want to take them. It was one of the other ladies who said, oh, I'll take them home. I said, I'm not taking them home again. Yeah, I gave them about 20. They were mostly like child-size hats. I don't know when they're doing this shoebox appeal. Probably more towards Christmas, I don't know. But they wanted mittens as well, but I'm not very good with mittens. So they can't have been going to a hot country, can they? They wanted hats and mittens. I might do some mittens before Christmas. You never know. I used to make mittens. I used to knit them in double knit. My auntie used to always knit Arians. He was always losing them. It was what they call a shoe. It was at church. It was a shoebox appeal. I think they make little shoe boxes out, but I don't know where they go. Obviously, somewhere where they're a bit more deprived or whatever. And they wanted little hats and mittens, you know. They wanted all sizes, but I just did little ones. I just did children's sizes. They said, oh, if it's adult ones, they go to the homeless. I thought, well, mine were all ladies. And I know you get homeless ladies, but most homeless people I've seen, you know, they want very, very dark colours because they don't want to stand out when they're in a door hole, do they? You know, they want to be inconspicuous. And my hats were like ladies' hats in brighter colours. So I thought, well, I'm not giving them. You know, because A, they wouldn't have fitted a guy anyway. They were ladies' sizes. And B, they were the wrong colours. There's a lady who comes on YouTube that makes hats for the homeless, and she makes them all in really jazzy colours. And I'm like, do they really want jazzy colours if they're a male? It's probably something like that, yeah. They put little they usually put little toiletries in, don't they? A little toy or something. Usually put toothpaste in and a brush, don't they, and stuff like that. I've seen them hand them out, you know, to children in. Because if they're going somewhere hot, you know, they don't have the hats, they have different things in. It's usually just a little cheap toy or a book or something they put in, isn't it? It's just so that, you know, underprivileged children get something. I know the Salvation Army over here do little gift boxes, you know, for children, like, you know, maybe they've gone in a battered wife's house and stuff and they don't have any clothes and things, yeah. Yeah, just little things like that, yeah. I keep thinking I'm going to make, I don't make blankets, as you know, but Sue used to make and sell those like log cabin kind of baby blankets in quite dark colours, and they always used to sell. She didn't make them in pastel colours, she made them in, you know, like lime green, purple and stuff like that, and they always sold. Because I know big blankets, nobody wants them. I always say, if you're going to make somebody a blanket, make sure they want it. Make sure it's the colour they want. Otherwise, don't, because otherwise they'll finish up in the charity shop. You know, just because you like orange and purple doesn't mean that the person that you're giving it to might have a grey and beige house and they don't want a brightly coloured blanket. I mean, I saw a video where a lady had gone in this charity shop and the blankets that she'd picked up for like $2 and $3, gorgeous blankets. And I thought, somebody's gone to a lot of trouble making them. And yet, obviously, whoever they've given them to didn't want them because they were all brand new. You know, they would have spent about $20 on the wool, the yarn to make them. And there they were in this thrift shop for about $2 each. So I always say, if you're going to make a blanket after blanket after blanket for people, make sure they want them. Otherwise, don't waste your time. Over here, it's usually little lap blankets that they want for, you know, the old people's homes, yeah. Yeah, exactly, you know. It would be soul destroying, wouldn't it, when you've made a blanket, took, hours and hours and hours making this darn thing, and then you've given it to somebody. They said, "Oh, thank you very much." And I mean, that's why I won't make any baby things anymore, because I made them for my great grandchildren, and they just never used them. I just gave them all away. So I thought, right, that's it. Not making any more. So I only ever make things for babies now if I get asked. If somebody said, "Will you make me blah, blah, blah?" But I won't make anything. Anybody having a baby if they don't, because most of the time they don't want it. Modern mums just don't put their babies in hand knits anymore. I mean, I had one friend and I made a little cardigan for their baby and they absolutely loved it. And they begged me to make more. And I didn't mind because I knew that that baby was going to be wearing them. But I just won't make for babies anymore. Well, not specific babies. Yeah, they don't seem to do that so much over here. I think that's more an American thing, Jill. Photo shoot outfits, yeah. Yeah, if I made a blanket or anything, I'd make it for myself. I wouldn't make it for anybody. Unless they specifically asked me for. Well, I wouldn't do a blanket anyway. They're too big and too soul destroying. I made one in the granny squares, 160 granny squares. And it's stuck in there now. It's stuck on my chair. And it's just not me. It's the one where I sit on my chair when I'm doing my videos. And it's pink and pastel colours, and it's just not me at all. Pastel colours are not my cup of tea at all. What, that pale pink thing? You like those colours? Ugh. Insipid is what I call that. I do not like pastel colours. Welcome back. You like insipid, do you? I don't. I don't like insipid at all. No, that's one of the granny squares that was made for me for my 70th birthday. But they all knew that I don't like pale colours, so people contributed to that. And they all made me dark colours, yeah. Bright colours. That pale blanket's on my chair under sufferance, but I just don't like it at all. And obviously my daughter-in-law didn't. Otherwise she would have put it on her sofa. But it wound up on my chair after I made it for her. Beef and broccoli. I had broccoli today. I had broccoli with cheese and fish for my tea. I love broccoli with cheese sauce. Yeah. I've got cauliflower with cheese sauce tomorrow with the other piece of fish. But the fish wasn't very inspiring, actually. It was quite a thin piece of fish, wasn't its usual chunky self. So it wasn't that inspiring. Oh, that was awful. Oh, God, mac and cheese, disgusting. I would have to throw up in the nearest toilet. Yeah, that must have been embarrassing, Val. I bet you didn't wear it again, did you? Oh, and I bet it was really nice as well. She didn't have to tell you, did she? She could have thought it and not told you. You know, how did she know how you were fixed financially? It could have been all you could have afforded. I used to buy a lot of my clothes, you know, at the charity shop when I worked at the job centre. But I never told anybody that's where I got them from. It was hard to, you know. Oh, that was nice of her, though, to bring it in. It was hard to stay smart, you know, for the job centre on a very limited income. No, a lot of my clothes are second hand. Unfortunately, I can't find anything second hand here, apart from on eBay. But the charity shops around here, I can't find anything. Well, there's loads of clothes in them. It's just not my style, you know. I don't wear T-shirts and things like that, which is what they seem to be, and short dresses, which I don't wear. I don't wear knee-length dresses. There's never anything floor length, which is what I wear. So I've bought some scarves from the charity shops, but I've never really bought anything to wear here. I used to buy loads when I was in Prestwich. Every time I went in, I came out with something. But here, never found anything. I went the whole length down. There's quite a lot of charity shops in Cleveland. I did the whole length. I went down one side and back up the other. And all I bought was 2 scarves. There was nothing else for me to buy. Yeah, it's getting to the blue bit now. I was hoping I'd finish the back, but I won't do. It's getting near the witching hour. I'll maybe finish it tomorrow. Oh, I've got to go and make that bed now. I'm not looking forward to that. Tackle that sheet. I've put the mattress protector on, but I haven't put the sheet on yet. Oh, not looking forward to that. Got to put the sheet and pillowcases will be all right. I can put them on. Oh, there's times like this I wish I'd actually done the bedding before I came. I was talking to somebody, that's why I didn't get the bedding done before I came on here. What am I doing tomorrow? I don't know. It depends on the weather, actually. Mine's still red and angry looking. Still got a thick scar. It's not too bad now, actually. I still get a dead hand every now and again, but it's not too bad. It's not as good as the other hand, though. The other hand was brilliant. But this is still sore. You know, it's tender all down there. But at least I'm knitting and crocheting again now. That's why I started back with my knitting, because the crochet was hurting me more than the knitting was. Now I've got back into the knitting again. I quite like doing the knitting, although it's much slower, obviously, than crochet. But at least knitting takes me longer to finish anything, and so I'm not like looking round. I did leave it too long, you're right. I kept saying it was, well, they kept telling me it was a bit of Raynaud's, and then when I finally went to see the specialist, he went, no, it's not Raynaud's at all. He said it's carpal tunnel. But I'd convinced myself it was Raynaud's. Right, I'm not doing any more now. That's me done. At least I don't have to put it away, because there's no doggies. No doggies to eat my wool. Yeah. I'll see if I can find a picture of that bag, that video that I want to do with those thingamajigs. There's crochet. See if I can find the bag I want to do. I can't find it at the moment now. It's so pretty as well. What's it called? The boho crossbody. Maybe it's there. Ah, there it is. That's what I was hoping to do. Shut up. Why do they have to have... Shut up. I'll get done now, won't I, for music? I'll get done for music now. Let's see if I can see the bag. Stop it. That's the bag, if you can see it. That's it. That's what I want to do. I've had to stop the blooming music. I'll probably get done for that now. Sheila knits all day long. I can't do that. She knits in the morning, knits in the afternoon, knits in the evening. That's how Sheila knits. I can't knit that long. Are you going out to eat? Yeah, well, I'll be going to bed in a few minutes anyway. You're going out to eat and I'm going to bed. I shall probably speak to you later. Lizzie, enjoy your meal. I shall say bye to you. Yeah, I hope I don't get done for that music now. You can't help it sometimes, can you? Hopefully, with it being on YouTube, hopefully she's used music that you can actually use, you know, without being charged for it, yeah. They're beggars, aren't they, YouTube? 2 seconds of music, and they're on it like a... They are on it like a bonnet, as they used to say. It's telling me ads are running. I'm going to bed as soon as I get the sheet on the bed. Well, you're all going off to do things. I'll be going off to make the bed. As long as they weren't playing music. I've had that before. People have, you know, done little videos in shops. Then they get done because the shop was playing music. I'm just hoping that lady that made that tutorial used allowed music on hers. 6:50. It's 10 minutes to midnight here. 23:50. Hi, Esther. I didn't see you coming. Go on, tell me you came in hours ago and said hello to me, and I ignored you. Yeah, but I don't see people when they come in at first. I then don't see them, and then it looks as though I ignore them because I never saw them come in the first place. You have to jump up and down and wave your hands, Esther. Oh, I'm here. Chrissy's been very quiet tonight. And Nathan too. Shad came in, said hello, Which necklace have you got and disappeared? Oh, it's public, is it? I hope mine was public. Otherwise, no. Not as I get any money for the adverts, but they'll take the pennies off me. Are you there, Chris? I wondered where you was. Are you having one of those days today, Chris? What kind of bar did I? Chocolate bar. It was a crispy crunch. Well, 78-year-old spines are worse as well. They don't work very well. And I can't remember how old Chris is, but I'm sure he'll tell you his spine isn't any good either. It seems to be a running theme to the subscribers that are on here. Bad back. I don't know how old my lower back is. I'll have to ask it. I'm sure it will tell you it's a lot old. I've had an old back since my son was born. That's when my spinal issues date back from. Childbirth. I was 22. No, 23. But at my time of life, let's face it, I'd be lucky if I did have a good spine. Well, you blame your knees. Maybe mine's my knees, my hips, my arthritis. I blame my genes. I don't mean the jeans you wear. I mean genes as in Genes. I inherited my family's problems. So did my brother, and so have my nieces. And so's my son. I had a bad fall with my knee when I was about 13, 14. I had it replaced years ago, but never been right. I fell, and they said I would have been better if I'd have broken my knee. But as it was, I did the cartilage, which way back in the, well, it would be the 50s. They didn't do cartilage operations back then. They didn't really do replacement knees back then. They didn't know much about knees back then. No, I had my one knee replaced. I won't have another one. It wasn't a success. Hips are more of a success than knees, actually. No, I don't. I don't rate my knee operation. Other people have been very lucky and they've had their knees replaced and they're sort of running a marathon after that, you know. Seems to be the luck of the draw. I think it's about 50% are fine and 50% are not, yeah. Oh, they want to do the left-hand knee. They want to do my left knee, they may replace the right knee, and they want to do the hip, and I won't have any of them done. I said, no, I'm too old. I know I'm not technically too old to have them done, but I can't be. It's the recuperation. You're probably better off keeping your dodgy knees. I wish I'd have kept my dodgy knee. I think it were better than the one I've got. It kept letting me down, though. It kept just shunting on me, tipping me on the floor. So it was a bit inconvenient, really. I'd be walking along and then boom, on the floor without any warning. That's what made me decide to have it done, because it just kept collapsing. I think I'd have been better off just wearing a knee strap, keeping my knee. Now it locks. It just kind of locks in, you know. I can't bend it, and then when I bend it, I can't unbend it. Oh, it's great. What you do that follow the floor. I can follow the floor with anybody, yeah. That's why I had my spine. My spine used to go thump and I'd be on the floor. Very embarrassing when people think you've been in a pub or something, you know. One minute you're walking along, next minute you're on the floor. And people are saying, if you trip, I used to pretend I'd tripped over a pavement. And they're looking then for the bump in the pavement. Say, you should sue them, you know. You should sue if you've fallen over. And I didn't like saying, well, no, actually, I didn't fall over. No, I can't blame that. I was skinny when I was young. When I was really, really young, I was skinny. But then again, you know, you're always on the move when you're little, aren't you? And you're young. And then I did my knee. And then well, I'm too heavy. Let's face it, if you're above that size now, you're too heavy, aren't you? Everything is your weight. You can't have this operation, you're too heavy. Can't have that operation, you're too heavy. I look around at some of these really, really massive people and I think, well, what do they tell them? You know I'm overweight, yeah, but I'm not like my 600-pound life, am I, you know? I mean, what do they tell them? I remember being told I was morbidly obese when I was about 3/4 the size I am now. They told me I was morbidly obese. And I'm like, really? Really? Sadly, we are getting fatter as a nation. We are. I think it's fast food and poverty and stuff. Yeah, over 400 pounds. I mean, there's a lot of people around here. There's some big people around here. I never remember seeing them when I was younger, you know. Maybe the diet was different. I mean, we didn't have the food. It was after the war. And I don't remember seeing so many big people. It is to do with fast food, I'm sure it is, and additives and God knows what that they're putting in the food, you know. I try not to eat, fast foods and stuff. Try not to. I've just eaten chocolate, which I shouldn't be eating because I'm diabetic. But that's my Saturday night treat, is to eat the chocolate, yeah. I try to watch what I eat. I try not to eat chips or things. It's difficult though. I'm just too sedentary. I just don't walk it off anymore. When you're younger and you're working and you're running up and down stairs and stuff, you can eat a lot more because you're using it up, you're burning it up. But I'm too sedentary now. Oh, yeah. I mean, they pick the fattest ones, don't they, to put on the Facebook. And you look at some of them and you think on these TikToks and Instagrams and that, and you're thinking, do people really want to watch people that are so big? I know you shouldn't be judgmental, but some people are huge, aren't they? And you're thinking, I just couldn't. I think I'm big, and I know I should be a lot thinner, and I know that I would be a lot healthier if I was a lot thinner, yeah. Yeah, there seems to be distinct two different types of people. You've got the fat ones and then the ones who exercise all the time and the ones who are super skinny. And there doesn't seem to be anything in the middle anymore. I mean, when I grew up, most people hadn't got a car. Most people used to walk. And also they used to cook. You know, um, it wasn't fast food. So many people rely on fast foods now, don't they? And, they had more manual jobs, didn't they? They didn't sit down all day long. Like a lot of people like work at a desk now, don't they? And they're not burning off, yeah. You know, I mean, a lot of it is finance, isn't it? I mean, I would eat much better if, I had the money to eat the best and the finest of things. I don't mean I would be eating, you know, high calorie things. I think if you have a money and no problem, or buy Val, if money's no problem, you would tend to eat the finer cuts of things, wouldn't you? And you'd eat more vegetables and things that are a little bit expensive, yeah. I would eat completely differently if money was no object. You wouldn't fill up with bread or you wouldn't fill up, with stuff, would you? I mean, most people who are on a budget, they fill up with bread and butter, they fill up with chips, they fill up with potato. It's because they don't afford, a lot of the stuff that they should be eating. A lot of people who are on a budget can't afford loads and loads of fresh veg and fresh fruit and stuff, yeah. Yep, well, I'm going to go to bed now. It's gone past the witching hour and everybody else seems to be drifting off now, don't they? So, you got sunburned. I didn't actually get sunburned today. It was a bit sunny, but it wasn't sunburny sun. I don't think I would have got burnt if I'd have sat in it. I didn't sit in it, by the way, but I don't think I would have got sunburned if I had. But, yeah. You got us all hungry. No, I've eaten too much chocolate, so I'm going to go to bed now and make the blooming bed. Oh, there's some large people. They always seem to put them on the... Look who's at Walmart, and they always pick the biggest... I'm sure not everybody that goes in Walmart is that size, but they seem to find them all, don't they, and put them on the Facebook. I'm sure you must have normal size ones. We've got some big people around here. Got lots and lots of normal sized people, but there are some big people as well. Yeah. Right, Chris. Good night, Chris. Good night, Jill, Jane, Nerdy Stitcher, Val, whoever's left on here. I'll say good night to everybody. Nathan might still be here. I'll say good night to everybody and thank you for my thumbs up. And I shall speak to you all. I've got a cardigan to sew buttons on and show you. So you might get a video tomorrow. You may not. You may. You may. I may be wearing the same outfit. You never know. The sun's... Oh, send us some over here if you've got intense sun. We'll send you a bit of rain if you want. Well, I'll do an exchange. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you all for your company. And I shall speak to you all very soon. Maybe tomorrow, you never know. You might get a video tomorrow. Bye for now.